When you're called for something greater, there's a standard that you must live at. See, there's a standard that you've been called to. So when you've been called for something greater, you haven't just been called to do a certain thing. You've been called to live a certain way. You've been called to talk a certain way. You've been called to walk a certain way. You've been called to walk a certain path. You've been called to live a certain standard on your life, to lead others to do the same, to be the example to others, to be that person in the world that can be trusted, that has integrity, that has morals and values about themselves, that doesn't waver, even in the midst of great controversy, or in the midst of possibly losing money, even in the midst of possibly losing something. See, your standard is so high that you know you have more to gain, and that the people around you, or the people that look like they control your money or your promotions or anything like that, you're not allowing them to have you to change your standard. Because it's a standard on your life. You've been called to a standard on your life. You've been called to faithfulness. Being faithful to your calling. Being faithful to that standard of life. Being faithful to flying with the eagles. And not roaming the land with the turkeys. You've been called to that. So you must uphold that. The world needs to see you uphold that. The world is so fixed on watching great men fall every day, seeing them raveled up in a controversy, a scandal. But you're called. You're called to be greater. You're called to be more. And the world needs to see it. The young men under you need to see it. They need to see that it's possible. They need to understand that it's possible. Not just believing, they need to be able to see an illustration of a man living to that standard. Upholding those morals and those values about themselves. Holding themselves to something greater and not wavering. To compromise. That's what they need to see. That's what they're begging to see. That's why you were called. You were called for your faithfulness. Faithful to your wife. Faithful to your kids. Faithful to your family. Faithful to your calling. Faithful to God and everything you do. Faithful to your talk. Faithful to your journey. Faithful to your story. Telling the truth. Illustrating not the good stuff, but the bad also, to show how you made it through. Faithful. Where's a faithful man? Where are you? You've been called. The world is watching. The world needs it. Great men determine the future of a great nation, of a great community. Be called to your greatness. Be called and uphold it, no matter what. Uphold the standard.